We've talked about specific heat, and specific heat is the amount of energy that it takes to raise 1 gram of a substance 1 degree C. But most often we're not using 1 gram of a substance. Most often we're using an object, and we might care how much energy does it take to raise the whole object a certain amount of degrees, or how much energy does it release when you cool it off a certain amount of degrees. So that's called the heat capacity. Heat capacity is the amount of energy needed to raise an object 1 degree C. Now in this case, an object could be a certain amount of liquid, for example. So I might say, well, I have 1 liter of liquid. How much energy does it take to raise that 1 degree? So heat capacity would be measured in terms of joules per degree C, not gram degree C like specific heat, because this is not per gram, it's for the whole object. So usually what we're given is something like, I know the specific heat of this material, and I know the mass of my object, and I want to find out what's the heat capacity. It's usually something like that. So let's say that we're working with a substance, well, we can just use water because we know that, it's 4.184. So C, the specific heat, is 4.184 joules per gram degree C for water. So if I would like to find the heat capacity of, let's say, 175 grams of water. A lot of times what you can do is look at the units and say, well, what do I have to do to get from one unit to another? So let's say that we're going to take the specific heat, 4.184 joules per gram degree C. I'm going to multiply that times 175 grams. Do you see what this does? Over here, this is joules per gram. This is like having grams on the bottom of the fraction. So this is going to cancel out my grams and give me joules per degree C. And it kind of makes sense that if I have 175 grams instead of 1 gram, that the heat capacity will be 175 times greater than the specific heat of just the 1 gram. So if you'd like to think of it conceptually or mathematically, either way works out. Alright, so 732.2. So this will be joules per degree C. And let's look at significant figures here. I am given 4 here and 3 here, so I can only keep 3 in my answer. So that means that I'm going to do for 732 joules per degree C. And we'll call that the final answer.